Many of us have items in our houses that may be worth a lot more than we think. To uncover the hidden value of your possessions, you can do a bit of research and find out what price they could fetch on the market. Here are some common things you might already own that could be worth money. Number 1. Antique furniture. Old furniture from specific eras or styles often carries a hefty price tag. Even if it's been used for years, it could still be valuable to collectors. However, not all antique furniture pieces are high-value items. It is crucial that you know how to distinguish them so that you can make money from the antique furniture. Experts use different methods of assessing the value of old furniture. The first factor for antique furniture valuation is the age or era where the furniture is from. The general consensus is that older furniture is more expensive. However, furniture from specific eras will be more valuable than others. Other factors can impact the value of antique furniture, such as the material, craftsmanship, and provenance. Rare pieces are considered more valuable. If you are not sure about the value of your furniture, you can consult an expert to appraise it for you. Number 2. Fine art. Paintings and sculptures from famous artists can be expensive investments. But if you have one hanging in your home, you might want to investigate its potential worth. If you want to know the value of a piece of fine art in your home, you can get an expert to look at it for valuation. Most fine art pieces are valued based on the artist's exhibition history, career level, sales history, and the size of the artwork. Production costs of that fine art can also be a factor in determining whether it's a high-value item. Number 3. Vintage clothing. Certain fashion items from specific eras are highly sought after, such as certain types of 50s leather jackets. If you have some tucked away in your closet, it might be worth looking into their possible value. What makes vintage clothing valuable? The condition of the item is a primary factor that determines its price. You might have some stains here and there, but its final appraised value varies according to the stain's significance and size. Age is a relevant factor as some people are more invested in buying older clothing items. Number 4. Comic books. Comic books are one of the most popular collectible items that you can make money from if you have them in your home that you no longer use. Collectible comics can range in value depending on the edition and condition. Doing some research to find out what yours could be worth could make for a pleasant surprise. Most comic books have a cover that indicates the publication date and its estimated cost at the time of publishing. The original cost of comic books may have ranged from 10 cents to 25 cents. There is no definitive guide on the cost and valuation of comic books, and it will vary depending on the demand for the specific comic book and the item's rarity. The Superman No. 1 comic book, released in 1939, is the highest valued comic book at $5.3 million USD. Other notable comic books are the Flash comics, Tales of Suspense comics, and Marvel comic books. Number 5. Jewelry. Old jewelry often has significant value that's easy to overlook. You might have a real gem in your jewelry box worth far more than you think. The best way to know the actual value of your old jewelry is to have it inspected and tested by an expert jeweler. They will perform professional tests to check the quality of the material, its purity, and other factors that can impact its value. It's also essential to assess where you got the item. Consider the style and the various materials used for that jewelry as they help determine its value in the market. Number 6. Electronics. Vintage electronics like stereo systems or computers may still be usable and also hold considerable resale value if you can find the right buyer. You can sell old electronic items on eBay or any other sites that allow you to list second-hand items. Check the current sale prices for these electronic items to price them correctly before selling them online. Also, you need to make sure that the electronic device is in good working condition. If these electronics are rare, collectors might be looking to collect them. Number 7. Collectible toys. Certain collectible toys from specific eras can fetch a pretty penny if they're in good condition, so it's worth checking the value of any rare playthings you might have. 4 major factors impact the value of antique and collectible toys: age, authenticity, rarity, and condition. For a collectible toy to be considered a high-value item, it should be in excellent condition. If possible, You should have the original packaging to validate the toy's authenticity and rarity. Some toys that are manufactured in limited edition command a reasonable price, so make sure to take advantage of them. The most high-valued collectible toys include G.I. Joe action figures, the original Monopoly game, Hot Wheels toys, and Pokémon cards. Number 8. Coins and stamps. Coins and uncommon or rare stamps can often be quite valuable due to their scarcity. If you've been collecting these kinds of items for years, it could pay off in more ways than one. The condition of the coin, the demand for that coin, and the rarity of that coin in the market determines the value of a coin. For stamps, they are not all worth a lot of money. But if you own specific stamps that are available in limited supply, avid collectors might be interested in paying more for that collectible stamp. For example, the rarest stamp in the world was sold in 2014 for $9.5 million USD. Number 9. Sports cards. Older sports cards often contain a significant value, particularly those featuring famous players. If you have some stashed away in your home, it's definitely worth looking into their potential worth. There are many avid collectors of sports cards, and you can sell them for a higher price if you own some cards that are rare, old, and in high demand. Sports cards' value are determined according to previous sales data and the grade assigned to that card or cards. For example, the 1952 Mickey Mantle baseball card was sold in August 2022 for $12.6 million USD. Other high-value sports cards are that of Honus Wagner, 1909, Babe Ruth, 1933, and Kobe Bryant, 2020. Number 10. Musical instruments. Specific musical instruments are considered collectibles due to their relative rarity or age. If you own one of these instruments, it could be well worth finding out what price it could fetch on the market. Make sure to browse through your collection of old instruments to see if any of them could be worth money. Most musical instruments are sold based on the current resale price in the market. However, some collectible musical instruments, such as pianos and guitars, can be high-valued. The history of the musical instrument, such as being signed by a famous musician, or even owned by one, the quality of the instrument and other notable features can cause its value to go up. Therefore, you must research the musical instruments you find at home to see if any of these factors might have contributed to an increase in their value. You can bring your musical instruments to an expert musical appraiser, so they can evaluate the item for you and give you a more accurate estimate of its actual value. These items are just the tip of the iceberg regarding things that could be worth money in your house right now. With a little bit of research and effort, you may discover hidden gems that can add up to a nice profit for you in the end.